WWE's decision to take the US title off of LA Knight when they did, and not even just that, it was the fact that it was Shinsuke Nakamura, got people really riled up at the time. I think people are still at that point because of what they're doing or what they're not doing with LA Knight right now. And so that gets people like super emotional about this, and I don't blame them. But I do think that this is what I feared, I think, with that decision. Like you've said, a lot of people felt that as great as it was that LA Knight was the US champion, that he finally won the championship that people thought he should have won a year before, that it felt like he kind of outgrew it. Like when he got it, it was great because it was finally recognizing all the hard work that he's put in to finally get to this point. But it kind of felt like, okay, yeah, it should have happened a year ago. Like that felt fitting for LA Knight more so than now, where you could put him in the main event title picture. And, it felt like the US title was kind of weighing him down, and they didn't really give him like a really great reign. It was just a great accomplishment that he could finally like check off. So that was why some people were like, okay, taking that title off of him it's fine because he's going to go on to bigger and better things. More people were upset that it was Shinsuke Nakamura that took the title off of him. And I really enjoy what Shinsuke was doing, like how he's being presented in this new like samurai version of him. But I also feel like they're not really making it interesting or making it seem like they had a solid plan. And by the way, the mic is picking up your TV super loud.
I got AirPods in. I'm going to hear you while I
okay, because sometimes I feel like I need to talk over it.
No, because I'm just gonna end it there.
Okay,
yeah, you're right.
So,
right.
Anyway, so I think as great as whatever Shinsuke is doing right now, because I would argue that it's good work. It to me, it just feels like they almost made a rash decision with LA Knight, and they're like, okay, let's take the title off him. We want him to do other things, and let's put it on Nakamura. But that they didn't have a plan of what they were going to do with Nakamura. So it feels like the US title is like fallen into obscurity again. And it felt like with the back and forth between Melo and Andrade and stuff like that was good. And the triple threat was good, but it definitely, I would say, highlighted the US title in a way that we all had been longing for. But I kind of feel like we're back at that point again. Like people do not care. And I don't know if it's just from like a lack of proper preparation for what they were going to do post LA Knight reign, or if it simply is because people aren't like super excited about Shinsuke Nakamura. But
it's, to me, it feels not that they don't care about the US title, but that they don't have anyone that could challenge Nakamura right now where you believe they could take the title off them. Even with Carmelo Hayes or even Andrade. Like, do you really, maybe Andrade more than Melo, but for Melo, like if Melo was to get into a program with Nakamura, it would be awesome. I truly believe those two would have a lot of chemistry in the ring. But right now, do you believe that Carmelo Hayes is going to take it off him? No, you're not.
yeah,
You don't believe. Yeah, you could dig deep down in your fandom and believe that Andrade could become the next United States champion, but no, because Nakamura just took it off, and then there's logistics, and you get in your head, and when you're in your head, you're dead.
50 days now, though. He's been
that's a decent amount of time.
That's what I mean. Like, unless they're gonna do something
without
big,
doing anything, that is a long time without doing anything.
That's what I mean. Like,
substantial.
It feels irresponsible in a way. That's what I mean. It's like there was nothing wrong with LA Knight being United States champion because it put a title on him that people felt like he long deserved, and you were going to put him on TV anyway. So that meant that you were going to have the US championship on TV every single week. So at least that was reminding people that the title was not dead, and even if he wasn't like actively involved in storylines every week, whatever, like you still put him on TV. And this is just kind of like you took the title off him, you had no plans for LA Knight, and then you are not doing anything of substance really with Nakamura. So what are we doing? That's the thing. It's like I think that's the biggest issue that I have, and I don't know if that's really echoing a lot of concerns from other people, but like I would be happier, I think, if like Nakamura was actually doing a lot more during this than he is right now, and then it wouldn't feel as much of like a blow to LA Knight or to the US title if it was like, okay, well, he's doing really good work right now. So like even though whoever might be a bigger fan of LA Knight, you can't really argue like Nakamura is killing it. And that I feel like is not the case right now. So it's like a complicated position,